It's Madden NFL 23, and this one features Trent McDuffie, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's
the first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. They found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Ready.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go.
2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Vogel. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Off play action. Vogel. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be Eagles football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
Now, he wasn't playing that last game right here on earth, was he? I mean, there's just no way. I mean, that performance, that number of times getting the ball into the end zone, throwing it.
No interceptions,
No interceptions, took care of it. Yeah, he was a little otherworldly in his last performance.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Philly. 67 yards. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Touchdown! A great play there. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form?
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken right around the 44. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
By the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. To make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown.
Back to throw again. Probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
But I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Hines. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. Pulled in at the 24. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
This will be caught downfield by Moore.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Eagles! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Throwing on first down. Vogel, right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They run with Hines. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Back to throw. Vogel. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. On 3rd down.